Hello everybody. Welcome to YouTube channel Unricher Biology. We have done the function, structure and function of kidney, which are the main excretory organs for excretion of nitrogenous waste. And by the output of the kidney functioning is urine. Urine is formed by the concentration of the filtrate, which the concentration of filtrate is done by reabsorption and secretion of ions. So what is GFR? Glomerular filtrate rate. That is the amount of filtrate formed per minute by both of the kidney. That is called as the GFR. It is 125 milliliter per minute and 180 liter per day this filtrate is formed. Thus this filtrate 180 liter is not excreted as such because it contains many nutrients. It contains many, except proteins, it contains all the components, amino acid, glucose, all these electrolytes, water. So those are reabsorbed and concentrated, and that about 1.5 liter of urine is excreted. It means 99% of the filtrate is absorbed, and by this reabsorption concentrated urine is formed, and that concentrated urine is passed to the pelvis by the collecting ducts passing through cortex and the medulla region of the kidney. Pelvis is connected with the tube-like structure which is called as the ureter. So from both the pelvis, from each pelvis, ureter will rise, and the urine will be passed through the ureters to the urinary bladder, where it will be stored for some time. The urinary bladder, when it is full with the urine, so it is not able to then retain it more than that time. Then what happens? The stretch receptors, it will expand the stretch receptor. It will stretch the stretch receptors on the wall of the kidney. Urinary bladders. They will send sensory information to the central nervous system, which in turn will send the information via motor nerves to the urinary bladder. The walls will contract. By the contraction of the wall of the urinary bladder, the sphincter, which is present in the opening of urinary bladder, which is called a urethra, that sphincter, urethral sphincter, will get relaxed and urethra will get opened. When urethra will get opened, urine will be passed out. So this process is called a micturition or urination. This is called a micturition or urination. And this entire action, that is in which CNS is involved, central nervous system is involved, that is conveying information to sensory nerve, then conveying back information to through the motor nerves to the urinary bladder, and then passage of urine. It is called as the micturition reflex. This is all about urination. Then in addition to kidney, other parts of the body, they also take part in excretion. Kidney, it removes the nitrogenous waste. It helps in the removal of nitrogenous waste by this long process. Then carbon dioxide is also very harmful to the body, and this carbon dioxide and much of the water is also released, passed out by the lungs. So lungs, they also play part in this, and so lungs, they also take part in the excretory system. So they are respiratory as well as excretory function. Skin is also excretory function. Sweat glands present on the skin, they secrete the sweat. Sweat is a watery saline substance, and it is containing NaCl, some lactic acid as well. By sweat, the success of these substances, they are excreted out. And moreover, the main function of the sweat gland is cooling of the body, to maintain the temperature of the body. Sebaceous glands, they secrete the sebum, which contain the hydrocarbons, lactic acid, steroids, and so they are excreted out. They also protect the organs, ear, etc., internal ear, from the foreign particles from the foreign bodies entering inside the ear. So this is all about to say activity organs of the human being. So total excretory organs will consist of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, lungs, skin, and in addition to this, on the some of the nitrogenous waste is also removed by the salivary glands. Now we come to disorders of excretory system, disorders of particularly kidney. Due to malfunction of the kidney, the urea is accumulated into the blood. So that is very harmful, that is very toxic. It is to be removed out. Blood should be cleared of urea. The prescribed limit is 20-25 milligram per 100 gram, not more than that, per 100, not more than that. So how the disease, accumulation of urea causes a disease which is called uremia. How it is cured? The main function is to purify the blood, to clean the blood, to relieve the nitrogenous waste. How it is done? Nowadays, dialysis is the most common method, and it has proved boon to the uremic patients. To the patient whose kidney is malfunctioning, what is done in this case? It is some instrument having cellophane tube surrounded by fluid medium, which is equivalent to plasma, but it lacks nitrogenous waste. It lacks urea, etc. So what happens? Some convenient RT is connected to it, and anticoagulant is also added. So when blood is passed through this cellophane tube, it exchanges the nitrogenous waste is passed into the dialysis fluid, because it is not having, dialysis fluid is not having the nitrogenous waste, not having the urea. So following the law of diffusion gradient, following the law of pressure gradient, they will pass to the dialysis fluid, and then that purified blood is purified, is passed to the body back by some convenient vein and adding antiheparin into it. So it is hemodialysis. Then another disorder is renal canaliculi. Oxalated crystals, they accumulate, they form stone-like structure in the kidney, and they hinder in the functioning of the kidney. That is called the renal canaliculi. Then third is glomerulonephritis. In this case, the glomerular cavity, glomerular capillaries, their walls become somewhat inflamed, and they interfere in the function of the filtration. So this is all about the kidney disorders. Respiratory disorders, we have done asthma, emphysema, and occupational respiratory disease. In asthma, bronchi, bronchioles, they become inflamed, their wall become inflammatory. So there is hindrance in respiration and removal of carbon dioxide as well, intake of oxygen. So there is a difficulty in breathing in asthma. And then emphysema, in what happens, alveoli, wall of the alveoli, they are damaged, and so the oxygen intake and carbon dioxide offtake, it is reduced. It is also called as the congestive breathing. So then in case of occupational respiratory disease, the person, the laborer working in the stone crushing industry or metallurgical industry, the dust particles, much of the dust particles are formed, and the defense system of the midwife is not able to cope up with these, and then the fibrosis may lead to the lungs, which also cause interfere in the respiration. Then what about disorders of circulatory system? I told you coronary artery disease. In this case, heart muscles, they become weak due to the poor supply of oxygen to the heart muscles by the coronary arteries, because coronary arteries, they become somewhat thickened, lumen become narrow, and then is the angina pectoris. In this case also there is poor supply of oxygen to the heart muscles, and the heart does not perform efficiently. Heart failure, when the heart is not able to meet the demands of the body to say circulate oxygenated blood, then it is called the heart failure. Heart attack, when the heart stops working totally, that is called the heart attack, which may lead to the death. So this is all about the disorders of the circulatory system. I think you might have followed it. Remember it, like it. Don't forget to subscribe it and share it with your friend. Have a good day. Bye.